All right. Hello. We're back. It's Saturday night. Ready for another stream. Continuing on with, was this the Hindry Sturm? So, legs tonight. Finishing the legs, hopefully. We'll see where we get with that. Hope everybody's having a great weekend so far. And all that good stuff. I'm going to jump in the chat, say hello. Before I do a couple quick things, before I forget, number one, if you enjoy these streams, please do hit that like button. Helps other people see the stream. Two, is there two? Maybe there isn't a two today. I'll just get in the chat, say hello, and maybe we'll talk about the giveaway status tonight and what I'm thinking, and get your feedback. There's a little story there. Not a big one, just a little one, but there's a story. So what's up, Repo, Raven, Edible Clown? I guess Nick ever done a mystery giveaway before. What's up, Lord Kronos, Dylan Dull, Wolfpack, Weeks K, Bird Soup, John Ventura, Matthew Mahoney, what's up? Butterknuckles, Miguel, Santos, how are you? The Reluctant Baker, how's it going? Digital Baka, Go Zero, Atomic Etrigan, Heathcliff, It's a Gundam. Let's see, Anthony, what's going on? Armand, Jarlask, Mark D, Rob Sadler, Real Time 88. How are you guys? Michael, what's up? Baron, Radium, Anthony, Baco, what's going on? Big deal. Adam, how are you? It's been a minute, but finally got a free weekend. Cool. It's always good. Giving away PG Unleashed. No, not so much. I think giving away a PG Unleashed, I would get more traction with saying it's a PG Unleashed than making it a mystery. For what it's worth. What's up? It's a Gundam. Thundering outside. Hope I don't lose power when it's switched over to my phone. We have a bit of a thunder showers this afternoon here. Mystery giveaway is the way to go. I have to remember the price. You don't have to remember the prize. I'll stream. Just whatever you say when they win. Alright. So, back to the building. Where was I? So, yeah, everyone's been first week back at school. It's been rough. I feel that for sure. Kind of second week. It was second week for my kids and my second week at the new job that I'm reeling a little bit from the 6 a.m. wake up. Like it's working okay for the most part, but it's a little exhausting. There's been a few nights where I didn't quite head to bed as early as I should for a 6 a.m. wake up, and I think that is like gradually building up, and I'm trying to get it back. It's been kind of crazy. Which is actually kind of in some ways what led to the whole idea of doing a mystery prize tonight. So usually with the old job, and the new job too, they're 980 work schedules, so I have every other Friday off. And so what that means is, the off Friday, it's really easy to do warehouse stuff like post restocks and schedule streams and do all that kind of stuff. The other Friday, it's a little harder. The old job I was working from home, so it wasn't too hard to just sneak from one computer to the next for a few minutes, while I'm building code or something and compiling, and I could just take care of it. No one's the wiser, not a problem. A lot harder to do that in the office when I'm working on a job or whatever. So this week was the on Friday, so I did the scheduling of things the night before to make things easier. And 11 o'clock at night before getting up at 6, I'm like, what am I going to give away? Wasn't quite sure. So that was the first bit of that. Let's see. Good job, no more consulting. I haven't been consulting in years. I used to consult back before starting the warehouse and at the beginning of the warehouse. I did a quick consulting gig 2023. Yeah, 2023 for a few months. before going back to a full-time job. But I'm a software group lead now at the company that I just started with, so still ramping up on some new interesting responsibilities. Any update in the coins? The replacement coin has arrived. They didn't send me tracking, it just showed up randomly like yesterday or something. So I gotta figure out how to get that over to the warehouse with the rest of the stuff so I can send it out. Notification yesterday that my pre-order for RG Talkies 3 is expected to be delivered September 11th. Nice. Had a great day. Cutting base mobile tour in Milwaukee today. Of course, Mecha Warehouse shirt, sweatshirt. Awesome, Dylan. Hey, WD30, what's up? Jason, how are you? Pair of God hands. So I'm sitting there thinking, because usually I'll go, pull up a list of items we have in stock, generally try to grab stuff that we've got multiples of, sometimes stuff we've got extra stock of or whatever, because it's easy to justify giving away something that I've got extras of that won't sell for a while, as opposed to something I just had to buy inventory wise. And I feel like I'm looking at the same list all the time and wanted to get beyond that. So I had this bright idea. And bright might be generous, considering I had this idea at 11 something at night towards the end of a week where I'd been gradually grinding myself down. And the idea is to give away a gift card. But the catch is that every draw that we do, we increase the value of that gift card. Think like Powerball. I think part of the inspiration was, Powerball total right now is one of the highest it's been. It's like in the top 5 or top 3 or something, and won something billion. Which, by the way, if anybody wins Powerball and you're watching the stream, send me some money. But the idea is that we do that, and we don't necessarily give something away every week. We just, as we tick it up, so if, let's say it's $5 more each draw, so first, buy your stock if you win, got an investment in Mecha Warehouse, is so, first draw might be $5, 10, 15, 20, if nobody wins, we start next week at 20, so on and so forth. And so it could get interesting. We maybe make the draw range a little bit higher than we've been doing, or keep it more like what the draw range would be for the first draw of the night. I gotta figure out exactly what that range is, but that way over time it'll increase and things could get really interesting when we go on these dry streaks where no one wins. So it could be, if no one wins for 5 weeks, we've got a $100 gift card to give away. If no one wins for 10 weeks, it's a $200 gift card, something like that. So what happens when some madman gets it to 500? Then it just keeps going up. But if there's no giveaway in the meantime, because it's that one gift card, I think that still nets out relatively similar, and I think becomes more interesting when it doesn't get one. But if it does get one, then just the next draw starts at $5. So then there's basically always a backup prize. Send money to the warehouse better every week, and we appreciate it, Anthony. I like the mystery prize idea for tonight. So that's the idea. The thumbnail maybe starts becoming what the draw starts at for that week or something like that. But I think it's good in that it can get exciting if someone doesn't win or whatever. It'll boost up and maybe give us some more attention when it builds up like that. And then you can also spend it on what you want instead of whatever random kit I'm giving away. Because I think the kit we're giving away definitely affects viewership at times. Breaking YouTube if it gets big. It'll take a while for it to get really big, but good way to get someone to their first PG or such. Great idea. Could drop more viewers as it increases. It's cool. It's been pretty sweet. You guys be so generous. I just enjoy hanging. Even everything else is a bonus. Appreciate it. Just plan if the win happens on first call, then it's a $5, and then the next draw is $5 again. What if you win too early? Maybe give the person the option to refuse the prize. The pot can get larger. I mean, you could take your $5 and then do whatever with it, right? I think it's still fair, and I think that's why, you know, if normally, usually I base it on the number of viewers. I multiply by a number based on which draw of the night it is. So normally, like if the viewers we have right now, I'd probably have a number range up to like 600 or 700. Usually by that first draw, we've got a little bit more people in here, you know, so maybe we do out of like 2,500 or something like that for these draws, and that way the odds are someone won't win every night. It'll probably be, you know, maybe once a month on average. I'm thinking about the Powerball, never bought tickets myself. I've done it like once. One of the times it got real big, I was like, oh, I should do it. This is my chance. And I've thought about it with the recent one, but I don't know. Time and odds are pretty low and all that kind of stuff. It would be pretty sweet to win, you know, $1 billion or whatever, but so that's the game plan. Wanted to run it by everybody. Figured worst case, everybody's like, no, that's a horrible idea, that I can always, of course, correct. Odds are insanely low if someone wins eventually. Yeah, I mean, they're not even that low. Think about it. If you've got 100 people in here throwing numbers at it, you know, in 2,500, then like that's the question is what the range should be. To do it right, I should have done a bunch of statistics stuff. I want Powerball to move to Japan. Totally buy a vacation home in Japan. Told my boss over the year that they would get a phone call from me, and it's just me laughing my balls off, and I hang up that they need to come pick up my truck because I won a big ass lotto. Yeah, better odds of getting hit by lightning than winning Powerball. Yeah, and it's easier to increase your odds of winning, increase your odds of being hit by lightning. I mean, I could stand outside with a golf club or something on top of a tower and probably change my odds. High first, make it grow a bit. 10 to 1,000 maybe. Yeah, it would definitely be at least 10 to 1,000. I've thought about, does it increase gradually as the prize goes up as well? But I'm not sure. So some of those details might be refined over time here. So as we figure out what works. But I figure if I give away a high grade kit, probably worth about 15 to 20 bucks or something like that. So if I give away about $20 worth of gift card per stream, let's give or take about where that is. It might actually be cheaper than mixing and matching the master grades and real grades sometimes, and people can pick out what they want instead of being forced to win a kit they might already have. Increase your odds with Powerball too, just spend more money. That's true. Got to know somebody and figure out how to game it. 10 to 1,000 to 50, then gradually decrease the range as it goes up. Maybe. Yes, I guess the question is should the odds get better that somebody wins as it goes up, or should they get worse as it goes up? I guess if the odds get worse, then it could just keep dragging on forever. I think theoretically, financially, for the warehouse, it'd be better to give away $4 or $5 gift cards every night, because people are going to have to buy other stuff in addition to that gift card to make use of it. Whereas if somebody wins a $1,000 gift card somehow and gets a huge shopping spree, but I think maybe, like, I don't know, 10 to 1,000 would be pretty fair, and I think that would probably get us some crazy pots sometimes, while also not always doing that. Maybe set a max, and then if it hits that, you draw until someone wins. Maybe. I mean, I feel like the odds will actually probably get better that somebody wins if we keep the number range the same, because more people will show up. Right? $5 would be a little annoying, doesn't even cover shipping. True. Girlfriend hates this idea already. She just stared at my back catalog and said, "What would you buy?" But like, yeah, so what exactly is the price tonight? Everyone was yelling at me for work at Thanksgiving this year for my new job. So we're gift card Scooter. So the idea is, what we've been talking about is I had this bright idea of we do it as a gift card and the value increases with each draw. So that way the number range, not the number range, the value increases by like $5 every time. So somebody could not win, and that would carry over to the next stream and just keep growing until someone wins. Someone gets $50, I could see them spending an extra $50 for a more expensive kit. Absolutely. And that's on them if they want to. They wouldn't have to. But in some ways, that's better for a lot of people than just, say, winning a $15 kit that they maybe wouldn't have bought already. Buy a house, pay off my debts, have a trust for my kids, pay off my dad's debt, just have a relaxing life, wouldn't go crazy. I was thinking about it. If I won this week, I just started this new job and I like my new job, so I'd probably take care of any debt and other stuff, buy a few things I want, maybe some property somewhere, and then otherwise, or use it to buy myself more time. But I'd probably be quiet about it, stick with the job for a while, see what happens. This would be the max draw for one live stream. Max amount of money, or max number range. With all your wealth, Nick, buy all combination numbers for 585 million and win the 1.8 billion. Talking about the lottery. They're talking about the mystery giveaway scheme and how we're doing this gift card thing. Wouldn't do a mansion, just a nice sizable house in suburbia, room for a gun, definitely. Max number of draws. So in a given stream, we would draw 4 times, regardless of whether someone wins or not. Right? If theoretically, if somebody won every draw, would be giving away $5 gift cards each time. If we, I want to like do a video to promote this, but if nobody wins, then we roll it over. And there's been times where we've pulled numbers like 5 times on, 10 to 100 or something at the end of the stream to finally get a winner. Well, those kind of cases, that would just carry over until the pot gets big. So somebody will get something nice when that happens. Seriously though, we should really give someone the option to refuse the prize so it could potentially get bigger, calculate risk, I guess. I feel like you take it, then you could win it again and win a bigger prize later, but buying all those numbers in a lotto is 3.5 trillion combinations. Can't game the system that way. So what happens at backup prizes? Good question. I haven't thought that far ahead. Right now, I don't think there are any. I haven't checked. I know there were a few super chats last time. So there is some cash there. I just haven't updated my numbers for it. We could do something like use that if you do win the $5, you get what the backup prize would be. Or we could just use the backup prize funds to help fund charity stream prizes, which might just be a more regular. People have already turned down wins. It's on them, in my opinion. True. Live in the future. Gift card or what's in the box. Yeah, there you go. I'll bring the the backup prize in, and it will be, you know, you can take this gift card or whatever random thing is behind door number 2. Second roll for backup prize, which is like a normal random kit. Yeah, there might be some options there. Right now, I think there's like $2 officially in the backup prize pool because I haven't actually updated based on from a week or 2 ago. Try not to do that weekly necessarily because it's not always enough. Always take the box. Backup price is $5 gift card. Let's make a deal. Flashback, you win. A Debon HG started by 5 year. There you go. Backup prize is a TV gift card. Which Gundam shows this mobile suit from? Which for Mercury? Thomas toy, Hello Kitty toy. Gift card be combined with a ale sale. Gift cards, yes, can be used on sales. True. A little late. How's everyone's Saturday? My NFL team lost. My college team lost. It's been a fun day overall. Backup prize, pocket lint. Nick found in his pocket. Joking. Don't threaten me with a good time. My day was okay over here. We did end up signing the lease for the new dojo space this week. Signed it on Monday. Got the keys Wednesday, and today Kate and I went over to do a little bit of cleaning and prep work, planning, etc. for when we open the new space. So made some progress there. Still a bunch to be done though. Apparently the previous tenant left a really big 7 foot by 7 foot or so corner like privacy style desk. Trying to sell it on Facebook Marketplace so I don't have to throw it in the dumpster. Was a square feet about 1,000. I think it's a little bit over according to their paperwork at least. It's definitely smaller than the place we're moving out of, but that's actually a bonus because it's going to be easier to maintain because you got a lot of weird nooks and crannies in the space that we're in now. Wish I was still in the area. I'd take the desk. First question, weirdest thing you found when moving into a place? That's a good question. We're coming up on that first draw, actually, so maybe we'll run with that one. Kind of nuts, though. This is my second business move of the year. That's like 2 more than is ideal in a year. It could be wild. What's up, everyone? I was in 4 countries in Africa, Scotland, and London in the last 3 weeks, so I missed out on the fun. Hope everyone's doing great. Doing well. Hope your travel went well. With just the right amount of excitement and chaos. Write a book on how to move a business, or better yet, an internet education course. Yeah, I'd probably make more money if I just became an internet entrepreneur course seller. Talk some random rubes into starting Gunpla businesses and telling them how to do it. Bought a house back in 2007. Found a set of skis poles in the rafters by the garage and a suitcase of Marylanes. My Nick, congrats on a new place for the dojo. Thank you. Master class on business real estate. I've now done, this is my, let's see, so we've got 3 with Mecha Warehouse, this is my 2nd with the dojo, and I had 1 for my consulting business. This is the 6th commercial lease I've now signed. So I have enough of an idea of how the process works now to know that the real estate agent on this one did some weird stuff, who was representing the landlord. Account name shows its nickname. It's me, Rodrigo. Oh, okay, cool. I can actually use Udemy, but I get ads on their site at least twice a week. A 6-foot-long miniature bowling alley in the basement of my current house we moved in. Nice. Ever thought of streaming the dojo? No, I haven't. I've thought about doing more video content for the dojo, and I might with the after this move, since we're going to be in a more photogenic space, since we won't be in a dark, musty basement anymore. But live streaming's hard. We don't actually have internet access at the old dojo, and no initial plans to add it at the new dojo because I don't really need it to teach classes. And I don't know what I would do. I know of a few people that do live stream, but they're more like in-depth, almost like instructional live streams. But I would say they're like celebrities within that space, if that makes sense. You know, there's a high-level black belt that was for a period, the personal interpreter, the founder of the system that I study and teach, and he was doing some live streams for a while, but he also wrote like one of the most popular books on the subject as well, and fairly well known. But I'm not so special. Flash in the warehouse during the day. I would text to voice play for you guys over the speakers. I used to, back in the attic days, I used to go on the Zoom calls while I was packing. Sometimes, but... Alright, so, we're going to do this first draw of the night. Let's try it. This is all a giant experiment. So, pot is $5 gift card. Let's do a number from 10 to 1,000 and answer the question, what's the weirdest thing you've ever found when moving into a place? Or out of a place, I suppose. But probably moving into 10 to 1,000. And what is the weirdest thing you've ever found while moving into a space? Remember, 1 number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to U.S. addresses. You must be present to win. And your answer to the question and the number have to be in the same comment for it to be valid entry. Civil War, bayonet, cool. Would you be giving away free lessons? Maybe, but so if you're doing deep stuff that's beyond the day-to-day, right? So that's where being a quote-unquote celebrity, some of these are fun. where he wrote the book, he was generally talking about deeper stuff. It's like giving a seminar, but that maybe builds awareness around a personal brand that you can leverage to sell more books or sell some sort of paid course or whatever. So I think it's a net benefit if you can do it. For me, I don't have enough of a following, and it'd be hard to build that initially. And I don't have time right now. Jar of fake eyes for taxidermy. That's creepy. Got a feather. Resident 3 years before me. Apparently, had a bird my neighbors never told me about. Crap ton of coffee makers. Videos I want to attack with someone with item. Here's what you do. Comedy videos. There's a really funny video from probably the 90s floating around of Boss Rutan giving self-defense tips, and the sound effects make the whole thing worthwhile. Like the verbal sound effects he makes when demonstrating stuff is great. Moved from my old place, I had to leave a 55-inch 4K TV behind. Someone got that for free. It's in the wall and I couldn't take it down myself. Jeez. So the guy that does this one attack videos, it's hilarious. One of his solutions was an RPG. I mean, Master Ken is his channel is a great one for some very poor self-defense advice. Master Ken, the guy in the red gi, yeah, usually, at least recently, and by recently probably the last like 5+ years, he's got a second black belt going through his belts or whatever that he's like holding up or something. Yeah, and always restomp the groin. I think the guy that plays the character is actually a pretty legit dude, from my understanding, but he's kind of made this character for himself. I missed the actual show when they did the show. Mr. Ken in a red gi sounds like you could learn how to do a Hadouken. No, it's usually other stuff like the Hurricane and Thrust of Freedom, some amazing techniques. And most of his things nut shots. I mean, to be fair, most of mainstream self-defense is nut shots. Have you thought about giving Kaleidoscope paints a try, possibly reviewing? This new water-based paint line is formulated and designed to use with an airbrush. Oh, it's interesting. What is... I haven't seen those. What is that a brand, or is that like a type of paint? My kids' eyes through groin instead knees. It's a good place to start, especially if you're not well versed in more technical stuff. I feel like there's in self-defense in general. There's like self-defense for people that don't invest time training. Right? You want to learn how to defend yourself in from a 2-hour self-defense seminar, and that kind of stuff works really well against a lot of people, especially an untrained attacker. And then there's self-defense against somebody who really knows what they're doing, which is a lot different of a scenario. You don't necessarily need to know how to defend yourself from a jiu-jitsu black belt, because there's not a ton of jiu-jitsu black belts out there, and the vast majority of them are not randomly assaulting and mugging people. All right, let's call time. Statistically, I wonder how many attackers are untrained. Probably the majority of them, because anyone willing to invest a significant amount of time to get really good at, say, fighting, is also disciplined enough to find a better way to get money. You know, they're going to work hard or whatever. And I think the higher the level of that training is, the less likely they are to be an attacker. So, and the less likely they're there to be there. I once heard that some statistic, I don't know if it's still true or how true it really was, but it was like you're more likely to encounter a murderer or something than a jiu-jitsu brown belt, I think. But I don't feel like that stat applies to someone who trains, obviously. Like they're the type of guy who goes after chicks who like pumpkin spice. Oh man. Alright, let's draw this number. 10 to 1,000. 378. I don't see a 378. I'll let you guys confirm. If that's the case, the prize bumps up and we try again. No winners. All right. So next time it will be a $10 gift card. Imagine randomly getting attacked by a bodybuilder or karate master. I can't either. Bodybuilder, I could see. I could see a roid rage incident, but you're certainly less likely to than some random, you know, drug addict or loser that's decided crime's better than working for what they have or whatever. How's everyone doing tonight? I'm currently working on Star Burning Gundam. I do a blitz completed, but I have a couple of ideas for a photo shoot. Road Rager attacking to buy a creatine. You should look to see if there's a way to easily keep track of gift card amount on the stream UI somewhere. Cut down some of the questions, maybe. Yeah, there is. I could set up an overlay. This is I came up with this idea at 11 or whatever at night on a Thursday or whatever, so and I should have spent a little bit of time before the stream setting that up, but I totally can. I think I need to set up like a stream trailer or something too, where I explain how it works, so that way maybe I can use a video like that to promote the stream next week. If this is something we're sticking with, options people contribute to increase the pool. Maybe. The hard part about that is ideally you'd want to do it while things are going, and right now the easiest way to find out what we actually have from those donations, we find out kind of after the fact. So you can do like the YouTube super chats and stuff like that, but we can't really see what those amounts are, what they translate to, because YouTube takes a cut until afterwards. Like, I could guess or probably calculate what they are, but I don't want to be sitting here doing that kind of math during the stream. Taking a break from work tonight now. What's the prize of question today? So we're trying something new. We're giving away a gift card, and the amount is increasing with each draw. So every draw that there's no winner, the amount goes up. Similarly, unrelated topic. I know some streamers make a 30-second blurb of a video they can throw on the screen to explain whatever they want. Yeah, so like I could do a quick video like that, something I could throw on Instagram, say, use as a stream trailer, stuff like that. If he makes enough, they need to lay off. Yeah, right. I understand that there's processing fees involved, but they're definitely taking a cut for themselves. I think if you use the Streamlabs donation link, I think it should be down in the description, that we get a better cut of that than what YouTube gives us. Or even auto message in chat, but we know how people can be with reading. Yeah. Yeah, if we stick with this, we'll go until a first prize is won, I think, and then can evaluate. Some people will just stream without seeing chat too. True. Some devices it's hard, right? If you have this on like your phone and you got the phone turned sideways, you might not be seeing the chat. Sometimes I think I need to move the camera out, or maybe I just need to sit better. I saw this video, I think it was a video, or a picture or something. If you can't link the Discord from YouTube, host it on Discord, not to do with YouTube. Heck, my TV refuses to show a YouTube stream chat, that's true too. I think it was, shoot, what's his name? Tim Harkins. What the heck's his handles? He had something, he's like, I think, setting up a new streaming setup or something. I don't think he's been super active lately, but he had like he was using a DSLR type camera or something, and he had a legit like camera monitor like they use for video stuff sometimes set up directly in front of him, which I feel like would actually be super handy because my screen's up here a little bit to the side, like just underneath the camera that I'm using for my my face cam here. It's like just far enough out of the way to be kind of a pain. Child of Mecha, yeah, that's it. Twitch takes a cut too. Yeah, they all do. I mean, they got to make their money, right? That's, everybody's in business to make money. I could be doing stuff like monetizing this too, and we could run ads a handful of times during the stream and potentially pocket some money that way too. Doing a multi-phone set to record from 2 angles at once. I actually knew a dude, he was on the Zooms when we were doing the Discord Zooms regularly, and he was playing with very inexpensive cell phones and using them as webcams to be able to try to set something like that up. You know, the like $50 cheapo smartphones that are out there. Oh god, no ads in your videos, please. Yeah, I said I could, not that I would. I don't think it would be worth it. I don't think we're gonna get enough revenue from running ads, and we still get occasional pings about copyright stuff, even though this is supposed to be copyright free or whatever. Back to work. Good luck, everyone. See you later, Mohoho. Have a good evening. Yeah, Agent Argent Griever. Which just says will cut you off too much, probably. It'd be much better if we get like Taco Bell or something to be mid-sensitive in ads. Well, I'd want it to be the thing where I could hit the button and run the ads, so I could be like, you know what, I'm going to take a big sip of water. Let's run a 15-second ad right now. Get a sponsorship right. T-shirt, have merch on the table. Work has a program where we can get reward points and turn them in for stuff. I got a 4K webcam with them before. That's cool. If you win the lotto, you could buy a Taco Bell franchise. There's a lot of things I could do if I won the lotto. Nice cold Taco Bell taco on the table during the whole stream. I mean, maybe I could do that anyway. Maybe that's how I make my money going forward with the streams. We can monetize it. We have a cold, nasty 2-hour-old Taco Bell taco on the table, and if you super chat enough money, then I'll eat it on stream. Maybe I'll put in to have a 0080 build sponsored by Burger King though. That was the last we heard of Nick. He died eating a 3-hour-old and cold taco. I don't know. It's possible. Brian Shaw didn't die after eating the entire Taco Bell menu, so I think I can handle a several-hour-old taco. You know, that'll just lead back to you having to shave again. That's how he joins Nurgle. It's a giveaway kit not going to be announced until it has a winner. So we're doing something, we're trying something new. Drift says C2 Gaming. We're giving away a gift card, and the amount is increasing with each draw. So starts at 5, goes up by 5 each time. We had no winner in the first one, so when we try our second draw, it's going to be a $10 gift card. If no one wins that one, it becomes a $15 gift card, so on and so forth. So we'll see how that goes. Modify as we go here. But things could get interesting. So did you ever find it funny that you started in the attic and it all came full circle? I mean, I don't know if it's full circle. I'm not selling stuff out of my attic. I guess I'm here shilling my stuff. Go buy stuff from mechawarehouse.com. But we're not operating the business out of the attic, so away from the streams because I got a job at Wingstop, but it's 5:30 to 2 a.m. 4 days a week. Double it and give it to the next guy. Winner is the one that correct. I guess is how long before Nick runs to the bathroom. That might work for a charity stream. Guess how many times I have to go to the bathroom over the course of a 24-hour period for a charity stream. There's a lot of variables in that. Well, Taco Bell, then a pull to see how long it's time to sit. I got an idea. If you break the charity goal, you work at Taco Bell for a week. I mean, you could do something. I suppose you could buy me DoorDash to Taco Bell with your donations to potentially try to influence the rate at which I have to go to the bathroom over the course of a charity stream or so. I don't know. This is getting weird. I could set up a stream that has Kate bring you Baja Blast for every X amount donated, and you have to drink it right away. Gonna die of excessive hydration and dilution of my electrolytes or whatever, because people are donating to get me to drink. B3. True gambles how long you can last. Can you make it before the Taco Bell makes you go? How we start talking about next bodily functions? Yeah, we need a new topic. I'll DoorDash you Baja Blast. You have to hold the pee the whole stream. Go to some strange places. That we do. That we do. Playing Silk Song. Is that a game? Went to Google something or forgot to come back. Whoops. I haven't seen any videos in a while for the warehouse. Possibly that happening again. Maybe at some point. I've got footage from IPMS Nationals that I want to edit and do a vlog for that. But I don't know when I'm going to get around to it, especially with the dojo move and setup now underway. That might push it out a little bit. I've got other ideas for content too, but it's a huge time thing right now. I'm in a lot of ways feeling a little burnt out, trying to balance all the things, and video content's kind of low on my priority list. I've even the last couple weeks I've stopped editing and putting up reels and shorts. I was doing about like one of those a week, and I'm just trying to keep my head above water right now, so I've decided to just cut back on how much I post. Google, let's see, not planning getting it until next week myself. Yep, crashed Steam. Okay, what kind of game is it? I haven't heard of it. The topic game, we've been playing the TCG. I played the local store day in a 2v2. It took second. It's all because of my partner, and we had decks that complement each other well. It's cool. Supposed to get a TCG in the mini pack today, but USPS is being slow. That's always fun. God, I would love a new tour, the current space here, get back in the groove. That's definitely on the list of things that I would like to do when I do another video, maybe if I do another video. I don't know what's the right thing to say. A big piece of it is having to do all that stuff myself now, and not really having the budget at the moment to have somebody else shoot and or edit it. Doesn't help either. And then the working thing, now I'm working on site too, 100%. No more hybrid work schedule. I'd say a bit more demanding job with the new job in terms of my time and energy. It's not a great combination for free time, but we'll see. A lot of editing time, very understandable. So it's gonna be neat. Hopefully y'all will be able to get good stock. I don't know if we're gonna get assemble because it's not distributed by Bandai Hobby, so I don't know if we even have a source right now for it. Silk's on the second title of the Hollow Knight series has been in development for so long. Price is $20, and even pirates are advocating that people buy it. To add to Maverick, Silksong, and HK are Metroidvania style. Okay, you might have to educate me. I don't know what that means. Metroid, the classic Nintendo series, and Castlevania. I see. Think you messed with the T-Spark Zoid kits? No. I've only built one Zoid that was the Blade Liger AB. It was a HMM. It's like side-scrolling combat platformers. Gotcha. As far as I know, the assemble games would be like the TCG, which we were mostly model shops or stores that didn't really carry the band of TCGs because their numbers weren't in the top, and they cut 0. Yeah, I have a feeling we wouldn't really, like, we might have trouble getting in, especially if it's popular, and if we don't get in until late, then there's no point. So it's not, hasn't really been on our priority list. Metroidvania is a side scroller. You can go back and forth and repeat areas, basically first gen open worlds. Oh, interesting. I feel like a lot of my decisions day to day are just being based on not having enough time for stuff. Like, I'd love to spend time outside of the stream building and painting models, and that hasn't seemed to have happened all that much in the last year, so that's kind of influencing what I'm deciding to do. Got a lot of card shops near me, so hopefully I'll find assemble easily. Too bad you won't be able to get it. Yeah, I mean, if Hobby ever starts carrying it, I could see doing it because it'd be easy, but I think we need another whole supply chain to have access. Let's see. Those card shops are the stores that run Warhammer type games. Those are the stores you're going to need to get tight with. Yeah, a gaming store would be a good place. What's up, Jonathan Hall? How are you? All right. So, second draw. We got a $10 gift card is the prize now. Let's see. Where did my mouse cursor go? There we go. That was weird. Okay. Doing good, Nick. How about you? I'm doing okay. Busy, tired, otherwise good. Alright, so second draw gift card is up to a $10 gift card. We're going to do a number from 10 to 1,000 and answer the question, what is your favorite genre of game? Could be a video game genre, a card tabletop game, anything. What's your favorite genre of game? Number between 10 and 1,000. Remember, one number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to U.S. addresses. You must be present to win, and your answer to the question and the number have to be in the same comments for valid entry. 10 to 1,000 and favorite genre of game. Movie puzzle games at this point. RTS like StarCraft. Hell yeah, StarCraft is cool. All right. 29, 30, 31. Sorry, what was the question? Question was your favorite genre of game? Try to find the gun TCG at some of my local shops, but they don't carry it. I wonder how this stuff's distributed, if like the normal distributors that carry cards have it. I haven't looked. We've had some relationships with some of those businesses in the past, some of those distributors. I don't know if we actually have accounts with any that do that stuff anymore, though. There was some small overlap at one point with shops carrying Gum Club, but I feel like there's not many that do both. MJ Holdings is distributing them. Man, I prioritize tournament resellers. Haven't seen anyone, the smaller locals that have it. Not sure if they sold direct. Yeah, I don't know. Circling back, Kaleidoscope is a water-based paint product line. And Cleary is the company. They're known for their airbrush hardware. I'm hearing overall good durable results. I'm surprised that they, well, I guess I'm not surprised because people do what people do, but I don't feel like they're a company I'd do business with, but issues that Bandai never told the stores when they placed orders that they had to be in a certain tier of card sales, not overall Bandai sales. Yeah, I feel like they're gonna, if they're smart, they're probably prioritizing the stores that will help the ecosystem of that become a thing. Especially if supply at the beginning is hard. They might branch out later as things catch up, but in theory you would think, in my opinion, if I had to distribute that stuff and decide who was going to get what, I would prioritize the stores that are going to run local events around it and do stuff that helps build that brand and stuff. The way Bandai's been adding a crossover symbol and pushing couple in the Warhammer community, I think they were expecting low sale numbers for the TCG. Up here in Phoenix, lots of tournaments. They're telling local stores that their sales are high enough, so if you order 6, they only send 2. Yeah, I mean, that's classic Bandai. They don't know how to manage that stuff. I wonder if Bandai is going to open their own card stores at some point. Orlando seems prime since Card Fest was there. Gamers Guild does them every week, and even the smaller ones are running weekly tournaments. There seems to me like it'll turn out to be some legally gray scheme of some kind. Well, their connection to a certain YouTuber that started a store and then screwed over a lot of people has people wondering if it's really a bait and switch for that guy. Tried the Kaleidoscope line because I don't use lacquers, but anything from yes. So there's a lot of talk that, you know, he owes a lot of people money and stuff, and if he started that business with what he did have for money, then he's screwing over people and all that stuff. Might not be the case, but there's a decent amount of evidence out there that that is the case, so I won't get too much more into detail on that. But if you look around, I think someone on Instagram has like hundreds of stories saved and their highlights of all the receipts of all this kind of stuff. I don't think they'll do dedicated Bandai card shops, but I could see them opening a couple of US-based Bandai stores like done in bases in major cities like in North Jersey. They have a Bandai store. Sure, I could see that happening. Hope not. I saw his rebrand. I was hoping it's just a sponsorship thing rather than him running it. Like the branding for that business is so close to his branding, and the getting chummy with somebody that is so negatively looked at by large portions of the community. Like there's a lot of stuff, and then when questioned on it, the answers don't make sense. So you can use your own judgment about where that is. But if you look around, there's some decent information out there. I know enough about it that I would never carry their products or deal with them, at least not without significant contrary evidence coming to light. Curious who this is now. Brick and mortar Bandai store would be empty shelves and links to eBay scalpers in the shelves. I don't know. I don't know if that would be the case. I don't know if they would want to invest that way right now. I was mistaken. Yeah, that guy sucks. Oh, I should call time. Let's call time and see if we have a winner. Okay, 10 to 1,000, 757. Oops. I also missed, since I'm looking at the other screen here, opinion on HGG Quux kits. I haven't built any. A few of them look pretty cool. What did I say? 757. I don't see one. I'll let you guys confirm if that's the case. Then that prize bumps up. Ran like they do in Japan. That wouldn't happen. They were questioning people for the TCG release, and if they didn't answer correctly, they got booted from the line. Wasn't aware that the company was so hot for all the wrong reasons, because I've been looking for water-based paint that's very forgiving because I have ventilation restrictions. Vallejo Mecha Color is a great line to look at if you have ventilation issues. That's what I use when I paint. If I ever paint with gift cards ever have expiration dates. No. Okay, so we're bumping up to 15. No winners. So no expiration date. Other than, I suppose, the expiration of the store, if that ever happens or something. But like Monument Pro Acryl as well. The Death Battle. So if there are multiple winners, will they be split or will they be coin? Definitely the coin. Always the coin. Any excuse to go to the coin. Oh, speaking of the coin, not really the coin per se, I guess, but so we've had an issue with our supplier for stickers for a little while. They're just taking forever. Their lead times got really bad, the place we've been getting stickers from, and I've been trying to find an alternative. I found a place that offered kind of okay-ish pricing. The pricing on doing the traditional logo sticker we've been doing for years wasn't great though, and I think a big part of that is because it's 2x4. I think they're quoting it as if it's a 4x4. Like, I don't think they differentiate on total volume, and so we're looking. I had printed for quality test a sticker based on the coin design that would be cheaper to mass produce, and the die cut stickers, and so if those come out good, I might tweak them a little bit, and we might do something like that for the next sticker and start going with some more unique-ish designs based on some previous artwork, perhaps, which would be good because there's so many of the the basic logo stickers out there that most of our regulars probably have a million of them, so we could kind of mix it up a little bit. And we get the dimensions a little bit tighter. We can keep the cost per sticker at a reasonable price, because there's definitely a point where if you put a sticker in a box and people don't care about the sticker and the cost is high, it's like, why burn it if you can do a cheaper sticker that people might not have yet. I'm running out of things to put Mecha stickers on. The sticker, the restock Blue 01 from the emails, yeah, like that'd be a good one. We could do just the head like on the previous year coin. We've got I think it's appeared a few places, the like Anaheim electronic style Mecha Warehouse logo. Big fan of two thin coats. If you're going to use them in airbrush, you want a good thinning medium. I use the Army Painter Vallejo ones. I never gotten blue and purple stickers because I'm just unlucky. It's funny. Because that really thins me. Acrylic paint with water alcohol. Bought a pot to do some light brushing, but derped out, not remembering paints need to be thinned. I think so. I think alcohol for to me acrylic. I don't use that paint myself, so I'm not 100% sure. I know the Vallejo Mecha you can theoretically use water. I just use their thinners and flow improvers because I figure their engineered products are designed to work with each other, so use alcohol acrylic. I've got a plan that does a new sticker every 3 weeks. If they run out, oh well, but I switch it up every few weeks with a new design. Yeah, so I think kind of go that way. It'll probably be longer than every few weeks though, because of quantities to get good pricing. But I feel like if we went to if we did a new sticker design and we had it for, I don't know, 3 to 6 months, it would almost be better than rotating the colors that we've been doing. Yeah, and electronics usually actually exist, yes, but they don't make Gundams, to my knowledge. Maybe they're secretly making Gundams. One can only hope. Don't make Gundams yet. Yeah, maybe it is the same. It's just time travel, right? Maybe. Maybe in the future they will become the Anaheim Electronics. Or how many times a day someone calls up asking for a Gundam? Want them to make grunt suits instead. A friend of mine works a block from the IRL Anaheim Electronics. Guess be buying 20A regardless of winning the gift card. Thanks, guys. Alright, and then the foot's next. C23, 32, and B2. G used to make the Gao 8 and washing machines. There were some interesting manufacturing stories. I mean, GE making washing machines isn't that unusual, but during World War II, International Harvester and IBM made M1 Garand rifles for the Army. So, like, you could buy, I think they're relatively rare and valuable, but you could buy a World War II surplus battle rifle or whatever left over from that with an IBM stamp on it, which is kind of neat. Piece of history. Don't trust the job you have, but the job you want. You know, could use time back in the day, unless we could see time back in the day, unless we have an anime. Just taking that to business scale. End goal is always mecha. Singer sewing 1911. Did Singer make 1911s? That's pretty cool. I was not aware of that one. He makes some horrible things in World War II, not the best example. He also used to make computers like stuff for Germany then too. Interesting. I mean, there's a whole bunch of interesting stuff like that. Like, it wasn't like Volkswagen and whatever probably made military stuff for Germany back in the day as well. So it's all interesting how that plays out. I just find it interesting that how many companies that weren't necessarily arms companies at the time or whatever, making random things. Like, weren't there companies during COVID that had nothing to do with medical stuff? We're trying to gear up to make ventilators and stuff at the beginning of the pandemic. Something that was needed, and if you had capacity, you could make money, you know? W was started by Nazi government for the people. Reminds me of the Kaiba core from Yu-Gi-Oh! So it was an arms company that then became a gaming company. And there's a lot of modern flack because they made counting systems used for counting people for a bad reason. We all know the rest. It was actually started by the Nazi Party. They would create low-cost cars for the average person. Volkswagen is literally German for Volkswagen, or people's car, essentially. Interesting. I think they made military vehicles too at one point, didn't they? Just started off as playing cards and love hotels. Dude, it has a ton of weird stuff. Where there's probably some other interesting examples of companies that completely changed gears, right? I feel like there's probably a wiki page full of like 100 random 180s. I think Crunchyroll's one. Ultra Hand and cards are the only things Nintendo still acknowledges. They're a pirate site that went legit. August in the middle 40s made Japan diversify in some weird ways. Fun fact, Mario Bros. Got the Mario name from the landlord for Nintendo America. Was his brother named Luigi? If it isn't, I'm going to be very sad. Seems like the only right answer there. He did. Nice. Now, more importantly, was he also a plumber? And did he jump on and eat mushrooms and such? This rumor Kirby is named after Nintendo's lawyer too, but it's generally considered not true. That'd be pretty funny. You're standing beat with the music. Apparently the way Mario talks from him too, that's interesting. New standing rhythm games, Sand Revolution. There you go. Mecha Warehouse is going to become a indie game publisher. We'll move away from selling model kits and we'll start making games about making model kits. Model Store Tycoon. Gundam Breaker. Mecha inspired assembly simulator. Your kid in the background going, you aren't starting another Ricky business. Oh, that reminds me. I told her about what were we talking about? Justifying buying a sticker printing vinyl printer or whatever last week, you know, to do the clearly to make masks for the Mecha, the Maganet core. And somebody, was it Maverick Entity, I think, said something about she's filling a pillowcase with rocks or something. She got a huge kick out of that. RG Nick one. I think it'd be a figurized amplified Nick. There's already a bunch of Model Shop Owner games on Steam. Really? I should have done that. Big boom in store owner games recently. Interesting. Andre Sturm, nice. I built all 3 variants of these. Definitely one of my favorite Witch Mercury kits. Fun, easy build. Saw it as an action figure when it's built. Played a Tycoon game in almost 20 years. Considering a vinyl printer too. Actually, speaking of which, I think it's Roller Coaster Tycoon. I worked with a product manager at the last job that I think was used to work for Sierra. I think it was Sierra, and was involved in that game. Like a cricket, yeah, like a cricket, but big and really expensive. I was thinking about starting a business to start producing stickers because I can't find a good source to produce stickers at the price I want. But you know, time and capital investment aren't my friend. Saw an ad for a TCG store owner game. I thought it was a parody ad, and nope, legit. Critics don't print; they just shape stuff freely. Yeah, so you can get like a high-end like Roland or some other brands too. I was looking at a Roland printer, and they have printers that will cut as well, but you're better off with a separate cutter and a laminating machine, I guess, if you really want to do high quality stuff at high volume. I was looking at the machines for thick outdoor vinyl, like bumper stickers and stuff. Yeah, those are the kind of ones I was looking at. I think like a BN20A or something like that was the one that I had invested the most time researching, because it seemed to be at a price point and size and capability that seemed like it could make sense as a starter thing for that. But then I talked myself out of it. A printer like that really needs to be running regularly to make sense. Think about your typical like inkjet printer that you know, gets clogged heads and doesn't print right if you don't print something in a while. So if you're running it, you know, 8 hours a day doing jobs for customers or printing stuff because you need to print that much stuff, it can certainly make sense. But if you're printing a small batch every now and then, the upkeep of the machine isn't worth it. Alright, I think it's time to do our next draw. The gift card is up to $15. So let's do a number from 10 to 1,000. And this time you can answer the question, Which of the most recently announced batch of Bandai kits are you most interested or excited for? 10 to 1000. Which of the most recently announced batch of Bandai kits are you most excited for? Remember, 1 number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only shipped US addresses. You must be present to win. And your answer to the question and the number have to be in the same comment for any valid entry. 10 to 1000. And which of the most recently announced kits are you most excited for? MGSD Aerial. I think that was the last batch. I think the MGSD Destiny was in this most recent one. I only kind of looked at the list. I think I looked at it today, actually, to give Kate some advice for posting order research this coming week. Right, sorry, man, sorry. I meant to say Destiny. Gustav Karl. Hathaway. Wasn't there already a Hathaway Gustav Karl that came out a while back? What's different about this one from that one? I know the one that was before was mostly just a color swap on the regular Gustav Karl. Any MGSD that comes out, they're so fun to build. I want to build mine. This one is almost all new molding. Is it like a different variant, or it's just a re-release? But I think it's in the list of new kits, though. I think they changed some shoulder and leg parts in the Gustav. Like, I want to say it was like a P Bandai kit or whatever they made following the regular release. You probably can't really see it, but I have a Gustav Karl right over here holding a big Gatling gun that I need to do stuff with at some point. Got the Delanza Saws compared to the regular Delanza. The other one was Narrative Unicorn. Oh, was it? There was a Garen's Greed Peep version color and new shoulder mount. Oh, okay. So maybe this is a different... Ankles are different too. Okay. For some reason I thought it was Hathaway's Flash last time, but... I wonder how they decide to do these really small, minor variations. They release PG Wing and those Walt kits. I agree. I think that would be a good combo. Both blue sets completely understandable. Hathaway's Flash one are only in night scenes. They might as well just still be gray. Random ideas on a dartboard. We get a new one because Hathaway movie 2 is soon. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. I'd love to like sit in on their business meetings where they're making the business case for which model kits to produce. Do some MG Witch for Mercury. I think that'd be cool. Not sure when it will happen. I bet it might happen at some point, but the aerial they did a full mechanics of, so I feel like the aerial is the design that it's most likely to be it, so it might be a while. Because how we got an MGSD first before an MG, yeah. What are we getting? Penelope variant 2. It's supposed to be a new armor unit, but we don't know what it is, just the name. Hopefully it boosts interest in the existing Penelope. I still have some of those in stock. The rare standard amplified slip for the Dragon Sky from Yu-Gi-Oh! Was announced a while back, but they finally showed it with the most recent announcement. Cool. Not drivers, just runners. Silly autocorrect. We'll use some parts of the runners. Another big MS for the movie. New Odysseus variant Penelope is the flight unit. I think they just have prototype mock molds for runners for various designs, stretching back a decade or so, and decide when to pull the design out and tweak it for whatever latest trend. Well, I'm sure there's a little bit of, okay, this kit's going to cost this much, and here's the NRE, aka the non-recurring engineering cost of designing this new kit, and if they can use existing runners and just have to modify a few parts, okay, they only have to put X money into it, they figure they'll sell Y units. Is this the right choice? And probably what's the right roadmap of when and which combination, because there's probably some that they expect to sell more of, and if they have to choose, I would suspect they would choose the one they think they're going to sell more of. We're going to see a bunch of G and Penelope reprints due to the new movie, aren't we? See, engineering styles change over time, so there's a limit to how much they're doing that. There is a limit, but they definitely, it's been a trend for years where they will milk design stuff when they can. Be surprised if they make another version of the RX-78 too. Master grade to compete with the Fat Cat one that came out. On the Hakushiki crashed. There's so many parts left, it's insane. Alright, so I think my legs are done. What would you want for next MG Unleashed? PG Unleashed? Or MG something else? Release a green Astray in MG? How many red Astray variants do we really need? Movie kits, is there any available? Or do you think they'll reprint the Pacific Rim kits? They probably will reprint them eventually. At least some of them. I just don't know when. Or if it'll be all of them or just some of them. Alright, so move on to the backpack stuff. I'm gonna call time. Likely get another Astray red frame soon, considering Freedom Astray is ongoing. Alright, let's see. So, 629. Not gonna be surprised if Bandai released a red Astray in a toilet. What did I just say? 629? I need to make sure I go straight to the straight to my spreadsheet here. I don't see a winner. I'll let you guys confirm. If that's the case, then we'll bump up that price. All right. Didn't the Pacific Rim license expire? That's why they haven't printed in a few years. It might have. No winners. Okay, bumping to 20. $20 pot starting to get juicy. Yes, it is. I wasn't aware if that's the case, and I guess I could see it not being reprinted until maybe it comes back around license-wise. Let's roll over next week, or is there a winner this week? It'll roll over if nobody wins on the last draw. So we'll kick off a final draw here in a little bit. If no one wins on that, then the idea is we'd roll that over. So next week we'd start at 25, and we'll just keep growing from there. And so if there's no winners next week, then we'd start at what, like 50 the following week, and things get real interesting at that point. All right, so backpack E2 21 and 24 and 25. So there's a runner we haven't touched yet. This is some Powerball vibes, teehee. So it's my last shot. Kamen Rider series premieres in 20 minutes. This might be a little harsh, but I hope no one wins this week or next week. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. I think my next questions can be related to opinions on this as well. But I'll wait to ask the specific question until we start that draw. What's going on? I came in late. Store credit instead of a kit. So yeah, Young Hero, what we're playing with this week and potentially further, depending on how this goes, is the idea of we're doing a gift card. The value of the gift card increases each draw that is not successful. It doesn't have a winner. And we'll just keep doing that, carry it over to the next stream, so on and so forth. Kind of think Powerball, but gift card as a change up from how we've been doing things with a random kit. And so I figured it was worth trying something new, because picking kits, I felt like I was picking the same kits over and over again. I feel like people wouldn't mind a gift card, and the excitement of maybe this could get to be a really large gift card over time if the odds decide, if luck decides that's how it goes. Called out for tomorrow. Gonna be back to work at 3:45 a.m. Ouch. What time zone are you in? If you're in the East Coast, you should be in bed. If you're on the West Coast, you should probably still be in bed. Start building the full mechanics. Aerial, I've heard, is supposed to be a good kit. Sounds good. Hopefully means we can get views up more. Yeah, I think it might be West. Okay, so it's not as bad, but even so, that's still kind of rough. Are you still at work now, or are you home or on your way home? Because that's kind of rough. That's going in there. So but yeah, I think it'll be an interesting dynamic. I want to put together maybe a quick video describing how this works. Maybe figure out a way to hit a button to describe it, so I don't have to keep saying it over and over again on the stream, and put together like a stream trailer and whatever that describes how this works. Maybe I need a new blurb for the description as well. Made Kai recently. Pretty solid kit with a parts transformation for flight mode. Managed a Labor Day sale. Can't wait to get some much needed tools. Doing my first water slides. Cool. Hey, other Momo, what's up? Stream shows how R. Kelly got in trouble. Oh, God. Definitely like the setup with the gift card, Powerball style. Cool. I feel like anybody that's a regular, especially, would be a fan. I finished the last kit I got from your Black Friday sale last year, the MG Blitzgun. Nice. And I think my only concern with the idea is someone who isn't aware of how it works, then being like, oh, you didn't give away something this week, and trying to call BS on something just because it's more complicated to describe than, hey, we're giving away this thing. But we generally don't have many issues with people not understanding that, I would say. And if we put together a good description for the description, and stuff, then I think it should work out okay. It would be a rolling jackpot, exactly. So it's basically Powerball style here. So if you show up every week, like, just less people win but when you do win, you have a chance at winning a bigger prize, which again, any kit you want or one you're on the fence about, right? Unless you're familiar with, or tools or paint or anything you need, really. Everybody's pretty chill though. That's true. I say, like, regulars I don't think would mind, because I think it's a positive thing for someone who's here. Is that white roll of tape, masking tape for curves over here? Yes, this is that's exactly what that is. Comes in handy. I used it on my Dom R35. There's some spikes on the shields, and it really helped get around those. I understand, because you described it, but would rolling jackpot work on a thumbnail? Maybe. Thumbnail will be interesting. I'll try stuff. I guess seeing a single rate complain. Well, yeah, I don't think so either. I think it was be the moving sale. I think we overlapped last year. What's the kit you're building? I missed the beginning. This is a Hindry Sturm from Witch from Mercury. I have a Pitball, Fireball, Powerball song going on my head. All right, so let's do the final draw for the night here. So, we'll stick with that 10 to 1,000 number range and answer the question: what do you think of this new Powerball style giveaway system? Feedback's been positive so far, but if you could be a simple like yay or nay, or it could be more than that if you want. But just curious what people's opinions are. Not sure yet. That's fair. We're going to give it a try and we'll see. Let's one person win and then we can reevaluate. Remember, one number per person. Do not delete or change it. We only ship to US addresses. You must be present to win, and the answer to the question and the number have to be in the same comment to be valid entry. It keeps things fresh. Love it because I have the winning ticket. 9 out of 10 needs rice. Great chains and pretty cool. They want more money. Keeps the interest even if something's already won. It's true. 1,000 is big haystack, throw a needle in. True, but that's part of it rolling over week to week. Like winning kits, but I do like this inspire sales for Mecha Warehouse. It'd be cool as the price goes up. Side getting a thing you might not have otherwise was fun. That's true. There's definitely some niceties to that too. Watch someone who hates the idea win big. Now the question is if somebody who wins, who hated the idea, does their opinion change? What was the question? Dorkside Studio, the question is, what do you think of this new Powerball style giveaway scheme that we're trying out? Like, I don't have to critique for changes, but you can see how it goes after a few winners, if the range needs to go down or whatever. Yeah, we could definitely play with that. We'll see how things go. It just, you know, I feel like I end up in the conundrum when I'm picking kits sometimes where the kits that I really want to give away are the kits that people might not want because they're the ones I want to give away, right? Like, if I have something I've got too many of, I got too many of them for a reason. But that helps me move them, perhaps, but doesn't necessarily draw people to the stream. So I want to kind of mix it up. And people being able to pick their own stuff helps too. Give away a domino. Will my way into existence. Like it. Hopefully you're not breaking in any gambling law. I don't think so, because we're giving away stuff. If you had to buy to get in or increase your odds, I think there might be rules there. It's like the reason we don't do raffles for like the charity stream. Like you have to donate whatever to get a chance to win or better chance to win when we do the charity stream giveaway stuff. Because I think that would violate raffle laws. People are going to hear about it. More people are going to join the stream. Yeah, this will definitely be a better one for word of mouth too in a lot of ways. Partially because explaining how it works will be easier if people are sharing the status of it with their friends and communities, which is a little bit easier. I guess it's a good thing considering we will get new faces, especially their weapons. That's why Serial and other products that do have to give you a free way to enter right. Like the idea, because I would get to pick what I want. It's definitely a good idea. Most of the time I already have the kit that's being given away. Most weeks on stream I played this for fun of it, and I had the kit, so I plan on getting it up. Yeah, and I think some people do that, and some people probably decide whether or not they're watching based on there being a prize that they want to win. Probably not as many of the regulars, the names and faces I see all the time. There's definitely a group of people that stick around and will watch regardless. Probably would watch even if we weren't giving anything away. And then there's people who we only see them, I think, when the prizes are something they want or what have you. So I'm here for the laughs. Question, what's your question? There are ways to obfuscate the giveaway part in order to sneak an exchange of money because laws are sometimes weak. Sure, but we don't do like you can't get cash values. Order question number next. So area the number range is 10 to 1,000. The question is, what do you think of this Powerball style? We're giving away a gift card and increasing the value each time a draw is not won, including rolling it over to the next week. So if we don't get a winner on this, we're going to roll it over and increase it for next week. Prize is just a bonus. I'll say prize could be dirt, and I would still come to the streams. The stream gives me the motivation to work my own kits. Nice to work alongside someone else sometimes. Very true. Point for me, I'm more interested in hobby tools and than kits because our backlog is so big. Yeah, and I think that's fair too. We've given away tools occasionally. The problem with tools is newcomers aren't as interested in tools, and tools are so specific. I feel like the community has matured in what they have and are doing in a lot of ways, and so it's harder to give away a kit that a lot of people don't have, other than the newest, hottest kit that just came out. But then people are buying it as soon as it comes out too, so bingo cage and physically roll the numbers. There you go. Generally, if I don't show up for a stream, it's because I'm in the middle of a 4-hour video essay. That's fair. I'm just speaking in general, from neither conversation giveaway and gambling. I said before, watching the stream helped me be motivated to build. If I'm not building along, I still try to watch, usually just have it in the background while I'm doing other stuff. Interesting, exciting. Grow past my current set of tools. I need to upgrade eventually. Though I'm burnt out, I still try to show up each Saturday. I only do giveaway comments rarely because I have most, if not all, the grunt kits, other lines in the backlog. Well, so for someone like you that maybe has the kit that's being given away a significant portion of the time, it kind of opens up the possibility of getting something you actually need or want. The single hole side nippers. Oh my god, the difference it makes. Yeah, be here regardless. Let's me get away and do some building. It's the only building I do these days most of the time, and so if it wasn't for the stream, I wouldn't be building. Hopefully that will change at some point. All right, I think I'm gonna call time here. Okay, there's time. Gift card is better. Put it for something you want. You just give a credit to an account. Downside is you pay shipping. That's true. I don't think I've missed any live streams in the past almost 3 years, or has it been longer? I don't know. I've lost track. Got flag. SST. I'm not buying more at the moment, but I hear a sigh from it every time I look at a kit. Yeah, I tried not to buy kits, and I had 4 Bandai kits arrive this week, so fun. All right, here we go. 873. I don't see a winner. I'll let you guys confirm. So we're up to the new hobby when Mecha Warehouse had those DOMs on sale a year into the hobby now, and the DOM is one of my favorites. DOMs are cool. No winners. All right, so it bumps to 25 for next week. I have to make sure I send a note to Sean. So next week, 10 to 7:50. It's a good question. We can let me think about that one. I'll noodle on that one. But that would be a way to go too, is to just gradually ratchet down the number range. It'd still take a while because we've had a number of draws with like a number range that matches the number of people watching the stream, and we still don't have a winner for 5 draws in a row sometimes. So what was the winning number? No winning number. Oh, it was, sorry, I'm brain dead. 873. That no one picked. One last question, you guys, going to restock 30-minute sister paint line. I think we just put up some 30-minute sister paints with the restock this week. At least 1 or 2. So increase odds once it hits 100. We can all think about it. I'll think about it for sure, and maybe we can discuss next time. So thank you guys for watching. We'll be back next week. We'll be starting at $25 on the gift card. So prizes are starting to get more interesting. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Went by pretty fast tonight, so that's pretty awesome. I feel like the conversation was was pretty good this week. So thanks for that, guys. Appreciate it. We'll be back next week, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Try to give away this growing gift card. See you all then.